I think once we came in and watched it Monday, we just kind of flush it and move on. We had an off day Tuesday, and then today we just kind of start to kind of hone in on Houston. So that was over and it's done with. I know it probably sounds cliche, but it's really over and done with.
When you did watch it, did anything stand out? Was it hard to watch at points?
Losing is always hard to watch. Yeah, so it was hard to watch. But, I mean, what stood out was just definitely the conditions. But, I mean, no excuses. I think when the conditions are like that, we probably need to heighten our whatever it is we're trying to get done. Our focus and where we're locked in just needs to go up another level. But I think that's what probably stood out the most, just the conditions.
Mm-hmm. And does it help with this home game and definitely wanting to bounce back that it's an AFC South matchup and even more of an emphasis on this Sunday's game?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to our division games. Like we kind of like to say they count as double. Super important games because I mean we all know what happened if we win the division. So these games are super important. So we just kind of want to prepare for them as such.
Mm-hmm. What do you know about the Texans?
I feel like I know a good bit. They're Lovie Smith. I mean, it's Lovie Smith, the head coach, so it's the same defense as last year. Tampa 2 guys. I mean, I don't know if I want to go in depth about exactly what that is, but it's going to be a lot of movement up front. It's kind of what they like to do, with a lot of zone behind it. So, I mean, I kind of feel like we got a good grip of what they like to do. We just got to do a good job of like implementing our game plan and executing it.
Mm-hmm. And we as reporters will always bring up every week the past and the past records. And I saw yesterday that the Texans have won the past 8 games.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that to me, at least covering this team. Is that crazy to think that it's been a rivalry, not even of sorts?
Yeah, it was crazy because today I was talking to Trent about it, and I was like, "When's the last time we beat Houston?" He told me 17. I was like, "Bro, that was my rookie year." So I don't even think I realized it, but yeah, that has to change. Yeah.
Are you kind of tired of the talking about all the streaks and everything that's breaking, which it's great that the Jaguars are breaking these streaks this season, but
right.
Tired of talking about them?
I mean, I genuinely, it's not just talking, I genuinely don't think about it too much until somebody mentions it. Just like today, I didn't know that it had been that long since we beat Houston, so I mean, it's not on my mind.
Mm-hmm. What do you think keys offensively for Sunday will be?
I think just executing, coming out and let the game plan that we have implemented, just come out and just execute and make sure we're hitting all cylinders. Yeah, I can't give too much. So, yeah.
Thank you, Cam.
Thank you.
Cam, I'm just wondering, for you guys, for this team, this loss coming off this one compared to Week 1 against Washington,
right.
Is there more of a chip on the shoulder of this locker room of this bunch of guys?
I don't necessarily want to say that because I think that losses, no matter when they come in the season, no matter who they come to, should affect you equally. No one likes losing, so I wouldn't necessarily say there's a bigger chip. It's just kind of no one likes losing, so we know what we need to get better at, and we know we need to work on, and what we need to execute better at.
You think there's more of a belief, though, in this locker room that this team can go out and can obviously take care of the division, which is first and foremost, but can beat anybody after the 2-game win streak that you had?
Yeah, but I think that was kind of the mindset before any win streak. Even after we came out and lost the first game, I think in this locker room we feel like we can beat anybody in the NFL. So it's just kind of our mindset and just kind of how we feel.
Pass rushers for the Texans, maybe they don't get the press clippings that the guys you faced last week get, but what have you seen from their pass rush?
They're all veteran. They're all wildly veteran guys, and they might not get the pub that the guys that we've played in the past couple of weeks have, but those guys are veteran guys, so they know exactly how to rush, and they always have good rush plans, and it's guys that I've played before, so I know exactly what those guys can do, and they're all gifted rushers.
How is your game different right now than it was 1 year ago today?
I just feel like the last 2 years I've made huge strides, just probably honestly mentally more than anything, because physically I've always had the ability to be able to do what I'm able to do, but mentally I think I've just grown so much, and not mentally just in the aspect of knowing what to do, just mentally just being more I don't even know how to describe it, but just mentally, I've made huge gains.
How has Rauscher's system kind of allowed for you to grow into yourself and become that player?
I think it's definitely the system as well and the way he coaches us as well, but it's just, I think it's more so just come through just years of just playing at this level and just getting more comfortable, and just kind of knowing what mindset we need to approach. Well, I need to approach, and us as a unit need to approach each and every week with.
I do have to ask, since you're one of the few guys left, Blake announced his retirement today. What's your reaction to that?
I saw that today, man. It was I'm happy for him, man. I loved Blake. Blake was a great teammate. Blake was a great guy. The most successful season I've had in the NFL came with 5 as a quarterback, man. So I'm happy for Boat and enjoy retirement.
What do you think he's going to do next phase of his life? Do we think there's a talk show in the future
I
or
hope
a podcast?
so.
Or?
I would love to see him podcast. If he does podcast, I hope he will have me on the show at some point.